I hope you guys are doing very well. I just want to say, first of all, that I miss you all very much. And I hope that we can see each other soon, at least through Microsoft Teams. And so I just have a little activity for us to do together, and hopefully this works out, and then I will send it to you and you can watch it from home. So we're going to kind of talk about main idea and key details, but we're going to be reading a book. It's called One Tiny Turtle. That's the title of the story. So, far, far out to sea, land is only a memory. An empty sky touches the water. Just beneath the surface is a tangle of weed and driftwood where tiny creatures cling. This is the nursery of a sea turtle. So this is all about sea turtles. Passing in a boat, you might not notice turtle. Not much bigger than a bottle top. She hides in the green shadows. She's a baby, so her shell is soft as old leather. Just a little fish bite could rip it open, but the turtle is safe in her world of weed and snaps her beak on tiny crabs and shrimps. It says turtles have shells that cover their backs and shells that cover their stomachs. The shells are made from bony plates that get bigger and harder as the turtle grows. So the turtle grows bigger, and it eats shrimps and little tiny crabs. The turtle swims around, flapping her long front flippers like wings. She is flying underwater. She pokes her nostrils through the silver surface to take a quick breath. So fast, blink, and you'd miss it. Fish breath underwater, but turtles are reptiles and need to come up to the surface for air. They do this every 4 to 5 minutes when they are active. When they are asleep, they can stay underwater for hours. When she's gone, diving down into her secret life again. And I'll show you the pages up close so you can see them. For 3 or 4 years, maybe more, the turtle rides out the storms and floats through the hot calms. Steadily, she outgrows her nursery. Nobody sees her leave. But when you look for her, she has vanished all the same. Vanish means went away. A year or two later, she turns up close to land. Bigger than a dinner plate now. She's not a fish snack anymore. Her shell is hard as armor. Her head is tough as a helmet. She's grown into her name, Loggerhead. She has come to eat crabs. Millions swim up from deep water to breathe in the shallows. Their shells crack as easily as hen's eggs in her heavy jaws. But in a week, the feast is over and Loggerhead disappears again. Where do you think maybe she would have gone? Loggerhead wanders far and wide in search of food. In summer to cool seaweed jungles where she finds juicy clams and lots of shrimp. And in winter to turquoise lagoons warm as a bath where she can munch among corals. Munch means to eat. Loggerhead may travel thousands of miles, but she leaves no trace or track for you to follow. Only good luck will catch you a glimpse of her. For 30 years, you might not find her. Then one summer night she arrives on the beach where she is born. She found her way here, sensing north and south like a compass needle, feeling the current and the warmth of the waves. She remembers the taste of the water here and the sound of the surf. Male turtles wait just off the nesting beaches. They mate, and then the female comes ashore to lay eggs. So what do you think the turtle's getting ready to do? Yeah, the turtle's coming to lay eggs on the shore. Loggerhead has grown in her wandering years. She's big as a barrel now, so she's getting bigger and bigger. Floating in the sea, she weighs nothing, but on land, she's heavier than a man. So every flipper step is a struggle, and her eyes stream with salty tears, which help keep them free of sand. Coming ashore is very risky for sea turtles. They can easily overheat and die, so they only nest at night or in cool weather. Then they get back to the sea as soon as possible. So she's going back to the sea. Loggerhead makes her nest where the sea won't reach. Scooping carefully with her hind flippers, she makes a steep hole. Inside she lays her eggs, like hundreds squishy ping pong balls. Afterward, she covers them with sand to hide her nest from hungry mouse. What do you think is going to happen to some of the eggs? Then Loggerhead is gone again, back to her secret life. Left behind under the sand, her eggs stay deep and safe. Baby turtles grow inside. It says females or girls, stay close to their nesting beach for several months. In that time, they usually make at least 4 nests and sometimes as many as 10. And before the summer is over, they wiggle from their shells. Turtle eggs in warm sand can be ready to hatch in 6 weeks. If the sand is cool, they can take 3 weeks longer. Above them, on the beach, 100 eyes watch, on the lookout for a meal. So the hatchlings wait until night. The horizon, where the sea meets the sky, tells baby turtles which way to turn to get to the water. But streetlights and buildings next to the beach can confuse them and make them go the wrong way. Then they burst through the sand and skitter towards the sea. In the dark, claws and beaks and grabbing paws miss only one young turtle. One day she'll remember this beach and come back. But now she dives under the waves and swims out into the arms of the ocean. Far, far out to the sea, land becomes a memory waiting to wake in the head of the little turtle. So now, what we're going to do after that is we're going to talk about main idea and key detail. And I know I have talked with you all about main idea and key details, but I kind of wrote out so that way we can kind of refresh our memory what main idea is and what key detail is. So main idea is what the text is mostly about. So like what is this story? One Tiny Turtle, what is it mostly about? And then details, which hopefully you can see that it says details explain more about the main idea. So they are those little things that support or tell about the main idea. So now what I have created, and I'll kind of talk you through this, and hopefully you can make something like this on your own. So I have One Tiny Turtle is the title of my story. So my main idea is what it's mostly about. And you can go back and you can watch the video again if you need to. So what it's mostly about in the story is that hopefully you can think about it in your head, but it's about the life of a tiny turtle, right? And some of the things that the tiny turtle does. Well, what are some details? Maybe I'll give you a second to think about it. What are some details that we can use to talk about this main idea, to support the main idea? Maybe you can think of some details like the turtle lives in the sea and swims. And then maybe another detail, you could talk about how the turtle goes on shore to lay her eggs. And then maybe another detail would be that the mother stays near and makes some more nests. Near the eggs. So maybe you could do something like this. If you do something like this about this story, or if you want to pick your own story and read it and do something talking about the main idea and key details, go ahead and send me a picture or have mom or dad dojo me it. I would love to see what you came up with for your main idea and key details of the story. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. And I'm so glad that at least I could send you a YouTube video, and hopefully you can work on it in the next few days or maybe sometime next week. So I miss you all, and I'm glad that we were able to connect today. So, all right, talk to you later. Bye.